impressions of the fabulous new If in Doubt Be a Unicorn palette from Obsession, part of the Revolution Beauty... I went Italian there, did you see that? Part of the Revolution Beauty shebang. So if you want to see how I got on, how I got this look, what I used, what I thought of it, how many times I said you know, the usual, then keep watching. Okie dokie, let's get going. I've already primed my eye with the Revolution Conceal and Define in C2. So let's get going. I'm so excited. I think for the transition shade, not that there's many natural ones on there for me, I'm going to use this one, which is called Entranced. It's a little bit warmer than the other pink up here, which is alternative. So yeah, I think that will just come out a little bit better on me. So I'm going to use that one in the crease area. And I'm using my Spectrum B06. When it focuses, you can do it. You can do it. There it goes. See? Wasn't lying. That's what I'm using. Okay, so first thing that I'm going to mention about this palette is it doesn't have a mirror with it, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. So I'm also using a separate palette. So I've got two palettes on the go at once because I need a mirror, obviously. So I've got my trusty Calmy Kiss of Fire palette out because it has a ruddy enormous mirror. So let's... Ooh, that's pigmented. Ooh. I'm always quite aware of how pigmented Revolution Beauty products are, so obviously it's still an Obsession, it's still under the Revolution Beauty umbrella, so I kind of go really gently at first, but my god, that was literally like a dip. Ooh. There's a tiny bit of fallout in the pan as well, but not a lot, and there's certainly not a lot under here. Okay, let's do the other eye. Okay, that's the transition shade done. So I think next, I think I'll swap brushes actually, bear with. Okay, so I think then I'm going to go for this purple matte shade, which is called Unconventional, and I'm going to switch to a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use that in the crease, just to give that a bit more dimension and depth. I mean, that's... Oh, I love that colour. That's what I'm intending, so whether it happens or not, let's just see, shall we? That's gorgeous. Oh my god, I love it. And I love it with that pink that we just put down as well. Just look how much deeper that looks already. Oh, I love it. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a bit with the brush, tap tap, obviously, and what I'm doing is just placing that mainly on the outer edge, and I just then blend that and then sweeping that across and bringing that across the eye so that the depth stays sort of on the outer edges. That's where I want the most impact to be and the most kind of colour payoff, if you will. They are blending so well together. I don't know why I'm surprised, but oh my god, they really are. And then if you need to, kind of go back to your original brush and you can just soften those edges a little bit. So I'm not going down onto there and blending away the colour, I'm literally going along the top just to soften that. I've tended to find historically as well, pinks and purples are really tricky on my skin tone because they can just make me look like I've been punched in the face. But so far, maybe it was the way I was putting them on, but so far this is looking like there are pinks and purples rather than a muddy bruise kind of colour. Right, what's next? Because I really want to stick with this beautiful, I don't even want to say shimmer because it's so much more than a shimmer. Look at the texture and the shine on that, it's gorgeous. So this one's called Creature. This one's called Creature, and then we've got this gorgeous sort of duochrome. Can you see that green shift on it there when it hits the light? Oh, it's gorgeous. That one's called Immortal. So I think what I'm going to do is use this one on the lid, and then this one's going to be an inner corner dealio, and then we'll go for the lower lash line as well. Maybe I should do one of these shimmers. See, the problem I'm having is this one called Eternal, this one called Elixir, this one called Magic Dust. They are shimmer shades, but then next to these two, it just makes them look like satins, so it doesn't make me feel like they're going to stand out any at all. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave the purple colour on the outer edge, and then I'm going to do these two really, really shimmery ones on the inner bit and, sorry, on the middle bit and then the inner corner as well. So, okay, so switch again to a flat brush, and this is one, why are you not focusing? Switch again to a flat brush, and this is just one from the Revolution Flex range. So I'm going to go in with Creature, and we're going to try it just dry first and hope it goes on and we don't have to wet it. Ooh. Okay, so it's quite, I want to say chunky. Chunky might not be the word. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, there's quite a lot of just particles there. So let's see. Ooh. Okay, this has got potential, but I definitely think we need to use it wet, so let's do that then. It's really buttery. Okay, we might, hang on, we might have dug through the first layer. Oh my god. Oh my god, can you see this? Can you see? Ooh, it's like foil. It's honestly like foil. Oh my god. Let's wet the brush. Ah. It is quite particular, so it's just like big particles of glitter. So I feel like if you were doing a cut crease and you got the concealer underneath it, it would stick to that very well. Gone on dry, I can't be very, very precise with where it's going because it is just in chunks. So let's wet it and see if that helps. It's very buttery in the pan, so I feel like I'm kind of digging it out. So then I've got the Sport Fix fixing spray, and we'll just give it a spritz. Oh, let's see how that works. Oh my god, oh my god, definitely use it wet, people, definitely use it wet. Okay, I'm going to say use it wet and pat it. Have got quite a bit under my eye. Okay, so there's quite a bit gone under my eye, and it's not for budging. Is that a bit too northern? Not for budging. It's not coming off easily, is what I mean. Okay, well, we'll sort that out when we conceal. This is why you do your eyes first. Right. Oh my god, I'm loving that so much. Okay, so I've just gone over and patted that with my finger, and once it's dry, you see that? It's like a flipping foil that is so reflective. Love it. Right, let's do the other eye then. Okay, so now for the inner third, and I'm going to use this other really chunky glittery shade, and as you can see, it is a duochrome. This one is called Immortal, and that's got that kind of icy green shift to it as well. And I'm going to be using this teeny tiny little pointed brush from Real Techniques because it just goes into my eyes so well. Yeah, you kind of have to break through the top layer, and then it's really crumbly. It's a weird consistency, really weird. I'm going to assume we need to wet it, so let's just do that straight off the bat. And let's see what this does. Oh, look at it! Oh my god. Look at it. Just look at that inner corner. Look at that. Right. Okay. Okay. Honestly, it's such a weird consistency. Can you see how chunky it is? Really weird. Bizarre. I mean, look. Look at that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I love it. Right. Okay. Right. Sure. Sure. Okay, so let me go and do my foundation, my contour, my cleaning up of this here under eye area. Then I'm going to come back and we will do the under eye with the palette and we will discuss it and we will just see what's gone down and what I thought. So give me a sec. Bear with. Bear with. Ta-da! There we go. What do you think? Oh, she's all finished. Look at the highlight. Right, yeah, so that is the completed look with the rest of the face on. I will leave a link, no I won't, I will leave in the description a list of the products I've used because there's too many to mention. But the main one we're focusing on is the If in Doubt Be a Unicorn palette from Obsession. This I think is part of the rebrand that they're doing at the minute. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 eyeshadows in there, mainly kind of pinky purple vibes. We've got a couple of the satin shimmers which have got the pinky gold shift to them, and then we've got these two absolute beasts which are the chunkier glitters. This one's a duochrome, this one is a beautiful deep coppery tone to it. The reflectiveness of them is amazing. So if you were wearing this and you were going out to a club, for example, it would look epic under the lights. The only problem I've got with them is they've been very difficult to work with, as in the texture of these two is quite crumbly. I'm going to put it down for a sec because my arm's aching. They're quite crumbly, so what I have found is it's kind of fallen down to onto my lower lash line, which hasn't kind of brushed away as a normal shadow would. Usually if you get a shadow that's got a lot of fallout to it, you can pretty much just brush it away afterwards. If you're going to be doing a dark look or a look like this, always do your eyes first because you can sweep away any fallout. This one, however, just seemed to dry there. The thing is, as you get it out of the pan, it's quite buttery and quite creamy. Then you apply it, but then as it dries, it dries down. So once it's kind of fallen down there, you need to be aware of it and move it super quickly, because once it dries, it stayed there. I've then found it difficult going in and doing things like eyeliner and mascara, because any of the kind of particles that have been left in my eyelashes and underneath have stuck onto the eyeliner and mascara. So I've used two types of eyeliner. I've gone for the liquid eyeliner on the top and the kohl pencil and the waterline, and both of them I've had to keep stopping and wiping the nibs. And then again on the mascara, it's kind of gone into the wand and I've had to pick it out, which I know sounds really picky, but the mascara I used today is a brand new one, so I kind of didn't want it full of glitter. So that's the only gripe I've got with it, and it's just, I think it's just a case of texture, to be honest, and maybe that's me, maybe it's me working with it slightly wrong. So if anybody's got any tips, anybody's got any tricks, let me know down there. Other than that though, I think it's a really cute little palette. The packaging's gorgeous, the shade selection is really, really sweet. I don't feel like there's a lot in there for darker skin tones, but there is another palette which has got a lot deeper tones in there as well. So yeah, I really like this one. So if you're thinking of any kind of unicorny, pinky purpley look for Halloween, that's your man. I can't remember for the life of me how much it costs, so as usual I'm being really informative for you, but I will leave a link so you can go and have a look for yourself. But yeah, I think the effect, let me zoom you in. I think the overall effect is really, really stunning and really, really striking. That's not a cut crease, that's just me going in with a brush. Potentially put a little bit too much highlighter on the end of my nose there. Let me just sort that out. That's better. Yeah, so I love it. I really love it. I mean, just look at that reflect. That's absolutely insane. So yeah, I have been quite impressed with that one. The formula of the matte shadows was really good as well. Really, really pigmented, built up really well and blended together really well without kind of blending into each other and creating that kind of muddy vibe, which nobody wants. Look at that packaging as well. Look at that. Look at that. Honestly, I'm such a magpie, I can just sit and stare at that forever. So there we go, that was my first impressions of the If in Doubt Be a Unicorn palette from Obsession. Obsession has just had a relaunch, so there's lots and lots of fun products going on the Revolution Beauty website, so go and check that out. Before you go though, go and give me a big thumbs up please. Make sure you subscribed, make sure you leave me a comment to let me know what you thought. Let me know if anybody has worked with anything similar and you can give me any tips. I did use it wet as well, so I don't know what I could have done differently there. Or maybe I couldn't have done anything differently. Maybe it just is a bit difficult to work with, but you know what? Sometimes the most difficult things are the best in the end. So there we go. So yeah, go and subscribe, give me a big thumbs up, have an amazing day, whatever it is you're doing. Remember, I love you very, very much. Come back next time. And yeah, take care. Thanks a lot. Bye.